एक सायंकाळ Ma'am, good morning. Rupa ma'am.
Hello. Good morning, Prema ma'am. Hello. 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 Sir, Bridges sir. Sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Please make Prema ma'am host, sir.
Yes,
She
ma'am.
wanted to check the slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Prema ma'am. Prema ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am, I can hear you.
Yeah, ma'am. You can start sharing the screen, ma'am. Did you check, ma'am? Break. Ma'am, might be some network issue, it seems. Voice is breaking. Ma'am, shall we start? Prema, ma'am?
Ma'am, it's saying the same thing, ma'am. Host disabled the participant screen sharing.
Now you can try, ma'am. Now you can try.
Sir, I just joined in the Slap also. It's my name will be given as Prema Ram.
Yes, ma'am. I have done it.
Sir, again it's saying the same. The host disabled the participant screen sharing.
Ma'am, you are the co-host, ma'am. Aram se you can present it actually. Um, just 1 second. Now you try, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Now I got access. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Your PPT we can see, ma'am, and even you are visible, ma'am. Your
Yeah,
video
yeah.
is visible.
I just joined into the way. That's why I think. Audio click no, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Have you joined through two devices?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because that PowerPoint we couldn't able to share the full screen, so I
Okay,
just joined through two devices in
done.
mobile as well as in lab.
Okay, ma'am, no issues. Huh? Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So very pleasant good morning to all, and happy to meet you on the second day of the workshop. And it's indeed pleasure for me to share the very most need of the hour, that is job opportunities in the field of analytics. I'll just put it in some other term, how to win in the age of analytics, right? So I hope this could be much pretty more fit with the title of today's discussion, how to win in the age of analytics. So generally, no, the field of analytics is highly competitive, and it's of a buzzword in today's industry. That's what, it's not constrained to one sector. Whichever the type of industry, there is a bit of analytics attached to it, because the entire world is digitalized now. So now we are talking about digital currency, digital information, digital era. This kind of transformation with regard to the information technology and the technology transformation has made the business in such a way. So the demand for professionals in this area will be enormous. So that is why I'd like to share with this keynote on how to win in the age of analytics. So proceeding with that, if you just come across the demand and skill shortage is very far. So compared to our the opportunities in data analytics are like ocean, but the availability of people is like a pond. So now you just compare the availability of like ocean and the people demanded in the field of analytics is like a pond. Because very few institutes are offering the data analytics course or related to that, the tools in which we are using to further proceed with analytics. So only very few of the institutes are offering, hence the demand will be always more. So a career in data analytics looks promising because of high salary package and the added privileges as employers what we are getting. And it seems to be the highly paid job in the environment and ecosystem of 2020. And we as analytics are committed to perform diverse roles, and the evolving workplace situation forces the demand for analytics on a high arena, right? So we as a MBA grads, as from different specialization, either it could be finance or let it be marketing or operation or no, information technology or healthcare management or any kind of specialization, if you choose, the need for analytics is there, right? So it is not about knowing everything or completely about analytics, but knowing a bit of analytics, how to enter in this field, right? That is the idea behind which I'm going to discuss. Is it audible or going on well? I'm just getting some disturbance.
Yeah, ma'am. Prema, ma'am, some network issues there. I don't know from whose end.
Yeah, that's what I
Ma'am,
too
it is
got.
audible, ma'am. It is audible. It's clear.
Okay, it's clear. Okay, ma'am, it's clear.
Yeah, yeah, fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So why it is demanded job? Why analytics is demanded job? So on the one side, we have labor surpluses because of increasing population. On the other side, skill shortage is a very raw factor which drives everyone or forces everyone into this field. Though India as a country, we are standing the first in population, increased growth in population, there is a huge percentage of labor surplus available in the country. But the question here is, to what extent or to what percentage of the people really could fit into the job? So now you can imagine that how far the transformation has occurred, and we as an individual are now practiced to work more on the online kind of selling and buying practices and trading activities, and going in close with that digitalized era. That's where the analytics job is demanded high, where labor surplus is on the top but skill shortage is deficient in doing that. So very clear, to make a point clear here, that being a competent person who can fit into the industry, and that too particularly in the era of digitalized world, matters a lot. It's not that we all have completed our graduation, but apart from that, it's not about collecting degree. It's all about collecting skills. To what extent are we really fit with the industry needs and expectations? See, in those days when we go for campus recruitment and all, normally the HR will look into the key skill areas or the core competency of any kind of specialization in which they would like to recruit for their organization. But as of now, this technical skills and the coding skills on the person who's have the competency to work with the IT related practices is must for each and every one of us. Because of the skill shortage as well as the emerging growth in the field of analytics, the demand is always high. We are not concerning about the percentage of availability of labor, but we are concerning more about to what extent the percentage of individual employee can fit with my job profile matters a lot. So you always think in such a way that how could I fit myself with the expectation of the industry and the corporate? So whatever they see, again and again I'm telling my dear students, whatever the kind of specialization that you have chosen doesn't matter. One thing to consider is about the domain expert, the area in which you are into or you are specialized in. And the second one is the basic kind of analytics that we used to call it as IT enabled jobs or analytic enabled jobs. It's not necessary that you should be a data scientist. It's not necessary that you should be a data engineer. It's not necessary that you should be a data analyst. It's all about in your profession, in your domain expert, the kind of roles and responsibilities what you possess, how you can fit that role and responsibilities, how could you convert that with the use of analytics to derive a valuable insight matters a lot. So because of this skill shortage, there is a high demand for this job because the expectation and the growth of industry is fabulous, where the availability of people with analytical skills, either it could be a data analyst or an engineer or a scientist, is very less in number. That is why I'm just telling you it's a promising job in the sense, sure, one way or the other you'll get an opportunity, you can enter into this field, and moreover the opportunities are very huge and large, but the availability of people is very less in number, right? Hence, a very, very simple, interesting image that I would like to explain to you all. The knowledge with regard to analytics is like a clay. You can mold it whatever the shape that you want. Moreover, it's nothing but the application of knowledge as per the business requirement, as per the business needs. So being a student, being a fresher, don't worry. The idea behind yesterday's session and today's session is that analytics is not that much very difficult to deny. It's very easy to learn. To start with, we have to take few initiation to understand what the analytics is all about. It's very general if we talk analytics. Now it is there in all the field. Knowing a bit of analytics will help you to grow further. That is what the input which I'd like to give. So it could be a person of HR. In HR, if you take, there are number of functional areas that you have to look into. HR specialist, industrial relations specialist, you have recruitment panel, people for the purpose of recruitment, training and development, individual who scheduling training and development, negotiation, conflict management, IR professionals, those who are taking care of the laws in the company, issues, relationship manager, public relations, see payroll, performance appraisal manager. So many areas comes into picture. It's not that learning a particular software and trying to make use of that software in all the different areas. So that's what, just already have chosen your specialization. Choose your domain or the area of expertise in that specialization, because there are n number of jobs availability in each and every specialization. Choose which area that you would like to go. So in that, choose any one software. Just see, there are n number of online sources which are available on how to go about with that. Just focus on one particular key arena and learn things in that. Because it's like a sky, you can't learn everything. But you can learn few things which is much more essential for your profession. So that's what I have told. It's like a clay. You can mold as per your need and as per your business requirement. Right? So consider this one. No, billing section in a shop, at least he should have a kind of, see, probably 1 month back, I just come across one of my neighborhood who works for a Moksha Agarbakti company. You might have know about this brand, Moksha Agarbakti. So which is a famous one, and she works in that organization. And she is a graduate of BCom. And when she joined as the receptionist there 2 years back. And after that, when I happened to see her, she's telling that now I am being as a HR payroll administrator. I just wonder, how come from receptionist to a HR, that too into payroll? So I can't keep mom. I just inquired her, how come it's possible? What makes you to shift from here to there? Then she told that in our organization, we are using a software called Serral, which is through that platform. We used to make that payroll and other kind of activities, attendance entry, like how many people are log in and log out, are their attendance status and everything. So out of my own interest as a BCom graduate, I just learned that software, how to work on that software from the external agency. And I just forwarded my profile to the management, and they are also require an individual who was ready to work on that software platform. And henceforth, I just got a opportunity there in HR, and I'm just working as a HR in payroll. So payroll talks about calculating your salary, your house rent allowances, your leave, and how many days, all days you have taken your casual leave, paid leave, and insurance and all what you claimed, dearness allowance, your PF, and all those things will comes into picture. So if an organization employs some 1,000 plus candidates, employees, it will be very difficult for them to sit and do it in manually. So for that, it's not necessary that you should be an programmer. For that, we have IT people, computer science people, those who will write program and all those things. We as MBA graduates, if you know how to work on that, so how to work on that platform, if you have that knowledge, you wins there. Your success is sure. So considering this as a billing shop, a shop where billing they are making use of this softwares for the purpose of recording the sales made at what time in a day, either morning or evening or in between that time, the scales is very high. So a particular time on seconds we could make an entry, and it's very easy for them to assess the potential customers and which area the customers are from, what is their income background of the customers, which product the mobility is very high, which product the demand is high. So that could be assessed very easily with the help of the analytics if the data is entered in a very proper way, right? So application matters a lot considering analytics. Fine. So on the image that you could see that a filter, right? So these two are same filter, because the one is very traditional one that we used to have it in all our homes, that we are very aware of that. A mind which has the potential to filter the supply or the availability of unstructured data into structured data, such kind of potential capability people the companies are in need of. If you had come across this graph says that from 1970 to 2020, the unstructured data strength is high compared to the structured data. See, for example, let us have a bowl. A bowl has some 100 balls, and which includes 5 colors: white, yellow, orange, blue, and green. So what I need is that white and green. So out of that 100, first I have to split it out. How many balls are in this to these two colors? I have to separate it. I don't want the count. I want in this color what is the availability of number of balls. So putting together all, we are just calling that as unstructured data. So the rest of the balls which are in different colors doesn't make sense. So I'm in care of these two colors because kids used to prefer these two colors a lot. So I just want to filter it. So we as a business guys should have the potential and the ability and the capability to structure or filter the needed or required data from the availability of surplus unstructured data, right? So one who know the ways and the means surely wins in the market. But into that, what really the companies looks, it's not the business people with analytic skills. Sorry, it's not just the analyst, but it's the business people with analytic skills. So we as MBA grads, if we have a good ability and additional analytic skills, if you possess, if you have the competency, surely you can fit in yourself into a good environment which helps you to grow further, right? So this is what we all expect. So company looks mostly for business people with analytic skills. It's not just analyst. A job, a data analyst is different. An IT enabled job is different. So this is what just we are trying to understand. So there are 3 areas in which we could group the analytical. One second. So these are the 3 groupings when you consider the entire world is talking about. One is data scientists and the data engineers, and the other one is the data analyst. So this third one will fit into. because we are not from statistician, we are not max background, we are not engineering student, or we are not CSE computer science, those who are very good in writing programming skills and all those things. Though all matters, business expects people with analytic skills, those who could predict and take decision making in business. So we are the decision makers, right? So decision making is a very, very toughest job. There are two possibilities. One is you may have n number of choices. That's where you find it difficult to take decision. On the other side, you have only two choice. There also we find difficulty in taking decision, right? This way or the other side, or on the other side, both the ways, it's very difficult to take decision. So what business need is all about a very better decision maker with analytic skills. So what is data scientist? Who are data scientists? They are the people who solve complex problems, and they are very good in writing algorithms. They have a very skill set and competency based IT related ideology, and they are very good in codings too. So we have softwares like R, Python, SQL, and SAS. These are the software packages which are available. And the people, those who are very good in solving complex problems, can become a data scientist. See, before that, I'll just clarify you one thing. Even today, anyone can become data scientist or data engineer or data analyst. For that, you have to take up certain predefined courses. You have to get into that, spend some time, spend your money, that is make investment. When you're spending money in learning something, it is all about investment. So do some investment, get back the knowledge, and try to use that knowledge in the job wherever you are expecting it. So to start with, anything is possible, but related fields or IT enabled jobs that we'll fit for. So that point I just want to make it clear. So data scientists are very good in solving complex problems, and data engineers are, they are the one who design the entire thing. They integrate, they consolidate the data, they cleanse the data, they prepare the data for manipulation. They have strong programming skills and advanced working knowledge. And third category, data analyst. These people are the professionals who translate the numbers, the statistics, the figures into easy understandable way. So understanding the circumstances, data analyst will work. See, data analyst will, like, that's what I am trying to convey. Data analyst, we are the people who just get the input, who just fetch the input. We are making use of the data. We just observe the past trends, and based on the information available, we try to predict what may happen in future. That's what I told. One who have the ways and means to get or to fetch the required data from the market or from the availability, then you'll become a successful entrepreneur or a businessman or an employee. So this is how we could differentiate data scientists, data engineers, and data analysts. And trying to know more about this, this is a data which I've got from a US database site. I had given the source also here. If you want, you can have a look over it. See, observing this information, one talk about the data enabled jobs. This is what data analyst will fit into. And the other side, you have data science job, where people with programming skills, that is data engineer and the data scientist, will fit into this data science job. Consider this kind of industry sectors where you have finance and insurance, healthcare, information, manufacturing, and professional retail trade. All the business sectors with related to we as MBA grads fall under this category. And in all these sectors, the percentage of analytics enabled job is very high. You just see in finance. So in yesterday's session, one of your friends requested, ma'am, how could I make use of analytics in the field of finance? See, 26%. In healthcare and other related services, 32. So information, IT enabled services, 43. Manufacturing, it's 45. IT, I'm talking about analytics enabled jobs. So no need to be proficiency in programming skills or writing codings and all those things. Just you should know there is a platform, there are tools available, data is available. You should know how to fed the data into the tool or the packages, and you should know few basic forms of that mean, standard deviation, your calculation part, that basic things you should know about that. Basic max and stat you should know about that. And once you know, you can make use of the tab. You just click on the tab, it will beautifully give you the results. And you should know how to interpret, and how you should know how to predict, or you should know what is the essence, or what is the, you should know how to filter the information out of the available data, right? So data skill sets needed in most of the array of industries, group of industries, analytics enabled job. So here, damn sure that we as a people have a greater scope in the field of analytics. See, again I'm telling you, dear students, which are the kind of specialization that you have chosen doesn't matter. In your specialization, just find out any one core area of your interest. Taxation. So when you talk about finance, taxation, filing tax, so in those days, everything is manual, but now it has been all no, integrated with system, right? See, very simple example. Now that EMR, that electronic medical record, when you go to a hospital, a high-end multi-specialty hospital, see, Manipal, it's there. If you go into that, earlier days, you will be given a form where you are supposed to fill all your details. The customer data sheet will get created, and whatever the no prescription which is given by the doctors, that will be given to you, and it will get filed. So whenever you are going for next checkups and all those things, we have to take it out and we have to show it to the doctor, and based on that, again, the further recommendations will be given. But now, you as a customer, you have to enter all your data. You'll be given an ID. In future, if that ID is given, that will fetch you all the information of years when you have registered first, which is your first visit to this hospital. How many doctors, how many specialized doctors that you visited, what is the kind of treatment that you have taken, what are the prescriptions given, everything is there coming under an EMR, electronic medical record. And for example, a diabetes patient who's taking a tablet regularly, consuming habit of taking that morning and evening, for example, he's approaching a medical shop and is buying for 1 month, right? So let it be date of 22, the next month of 10. Once he has given all the customer details, might be even a very simple thing, a mobile number if he'll give, the next month, maybe on 5th or 6th, he or she will receive an intimation stating that you are going to get out of your tablet by the end of this week or within 5 days. So come and collect or come and buy or get your tablet. So this is how the enabled jobs, analytics enabled jobs has grown up. So we, as a considering a population, a major percentage of the employees are grouped under the analytic enabled jobs. So in your specialization, find your area of interest and then search what are the kind of analytical softwares available with regard to your domain area. In that, learn one or two softwares. There are few softwares like Udemy, Coursera. There are many institutes which are offering this starting from advanced MS Excel, Google Analytics, digital marketing, people analytics. So with regard to different specialization, there are institutes offering the courses. You can invest this COVID time actually. Really, you have a very great time. It will be like every day 2 hours or weekend class hours. you have to attend. You have to first register yourself. You have to take up that course. You have to attend. Few of the courses are available at free of cost. Few of the courses you have to pay. Take up that course, and they'll conduct some exams. Once you're done with the exam, you will be given certificate that you can add in your resume. So this could add as a weightage to your resume. Like, see, as a HR, if I'm coming to your campus for placement, there are nearly 200 plus candidates, those who are no trying to attend the interview. If I find out of 200, some 20 people saying that I have completed this certificate course on so and so, or I have done this course in people analytics in this particular course providers, then obviously you will get the first preference. So the certification course adds value to your resume. You will get identified the most, and it will enrich your knowledge, right? So this is how you have to search for your job. And now, very blank, it's very difficult to start. That's what I'm giving you a clue. You have chosen your specialization. In that, find your area of expertise. In that, such just Google it. You'll get a number of softwares, and that will be associated with the software package could be used for what purpose. Just learn, know the outline. There are number of data sets available in websites. You can make use of it. Try it. Once you just mention, I very simple example, I know advanced Excel. Your percentage of getting traced or identified by the recruiter is 20% higher than the rest of the others, right? So have an intention that I have to do something extra. So extra credit matters a lot, right? And see, today's world, like location, identifying the location, mapping, Google Map, or connectivity and sales, no delivery, like Zomato will order things, and no everything it's become cloud. So everything will be stored in cloud. Either it could be an industry or an industry household. So one way or the other, we are either you like or you doesn't like, you have to rely on the environment which is very transformed to a greater percentage of or exposed to information technology. No other go, there is no other way. We have to survive in this environment. The species which adapts itself more to the environment will survive a lot, to survive to a longer extent. So there is no other go. You have to learn, you have to know, you have to do something extra. That extra is nothing but learning something about analytics, right? Okay. So one more information regarding this data science and analytics field. What do people do and earn in the data science and analytics fields? You could see here the people with this skill set, like extraction, transformation, machine learning, modeling, operating systems. Like if you consider we as a people IT enabled jobs, we are more coherently closed with CEO, that is Chief Executive Officer, Chief Data Officer, Director of Information Technology, Human Resource Manager, and Financial Manager or Marketing Manager. So these are the people with the skill sets or the with knowledge to identify what customer wants using social analytics. Just we are, that is why I just put it in data analyst, we as a people, and we are more closely related with or more worrying about what customers will expect. How could I satisfy my customers? Either it could be finance or HR. For a HR executive, the employees or their customers, how could I satisfy them? How could I manage conflict? So from the real-time dashboard on how to forecast, that is predictive analytics will comes into picture. So yesterday only I just showed you a dashboard and what is that predictive analysis, trying to find out the solution. So right, hence it is not surprising that most of the jobs are IT enabled jobs. Either it could be functional or domain expertise outside the data science. What I told, outside the data science. So no need of programming sense and other those things. and see the total job posting. This is our US data which I have come across, and their salaries are still higher. Right. So looking at this data set, which is one thing which I got from LinkedIn, you just look into this. No need to worry about the other things. Just Bangalore area in India, 3,676, around 3,680 or nearly 6,700. It talks about the number of people, those who have applied in LinkedIn. Out of that, in Bangalore area, the number of profiles with data scientist or analytical skill sets is 3,676. Let it be 4,000. That's what I told. The availability of manpower is like a pond, but the need is like an ocean. Only 4,000 people are exposed to this profile of data scientist. That is what a graph which is given by LinkedIn. And you just see most of the groupings are in US. Most of the data analyst jobs, that is the people, those who have a very good strength of in the area of analytics, is from US. And other things we mentioned, I just want to project you about our ecosystem. It is about let it be 4,000. This one relates to here, I think so. 4,000. So it's clearly explains that the demand is very high. If you learn a bit of analytics, when you into that field, that time you'll learn a lot. Just assume, right? It's as if like like we have the practice of telling. So when you joined us first year, first semester, first day, probably from first day to 10 days or 15 days, we have to poke you, just speak it out, which place you are from. You'll be calm. Just, right? Someone has to identify us where this candidate is sitting, in which section, and all those things. At the end of second year, someone has to control you, right? You are practiced to the ecosystem. You are practiced to the environment. No, in life also the same concept. To start with everything is difficult only, but once you start, you will be familiarized in that field. See, the idea behind giving you this data is that to make you to understand still there is a demand in analytics. And second thing is that there is nothing to worry about. For that you should be a scientist or so and so. In your own area of expertise, you can use analytics. You can make use of analytics, provided that you have learned few of the software packages which are available in the market. For that you have to invest your time and you have to invest your money, and in future it is a promising job. So that is one input that I would like to share with you people, right? So these are the data which supports the need and availability of data scientists, and we as MBA grads can be into data analyst profile. Okay, so what does it actually do? So everyone is worrying about the business problems. Economy is changing. The economic condition is very poor. N number of new, the palliative diseases are coming into pictures. So there is a business problem. Always it will be there. There is no end for that because problems will always be there. What we all need is the data and information. So why? In order to do a research or in order to do some analysis. So by doing that, we can go for an innovation, or that will gives you a pathway to come up with a solution so that you can win in the business. It's like a funnel shaped approach where the entire arena is considered as a problem, Just we are deriving a better solution by using the help of analytics with the input as data and the output as the information, right? Okay. So I will go for a small demo on how to prepare a payroll for employees show you a small payroll on how to payroll in Excel. Ma'am, am I audible, ma'am? I lost my connectivity. I think got reconnected. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Shall I continue?
Yes, ma'am, you can continue, ma'am.
Yeah. 1 second. I'll just go back to my slide. Sir, when it got disconnected, it's probably 3 to 4 minutes back.
Ma'am, it is just 2 minutes before it got disconnected, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Just 1 second. I'm just.
Okay, okay.
So we'll go for a small demo on how to prepare a payroll for employees by using a small spreadsheet as an example. So it could be a small bit of analytics that how we are working out. A person who never know what is analytics can do that. So this could be a starting point for everyone. So we'll proceed with that. Just observe this one. So it will looks like no, the output will looks like this, where it's there are number of things which are available. See, employee attendance record, employee pay slip. So all those things could be possible. See in the down, you can see in the slide where it says that key statistics, that is how many people have taken leave, or how many people have employee attendance record, CL, how many of them have taken this one. So what is the total strength, how many days, all those key statistics is given here, right? So now we'll proceed how to prepare a payroll by using Excel as a spreadsheet. Let me open this one Excel sheet. See, this is how your pay slip looks like. If you couldn't able to view in your mobile, just zoom it out and then make a look. Just zoom it out, then I think it will be visible. So this is which is already prepared one by using the formula. I'll just show you. See, I think probably in tomorrow's session or day after tomorrow's session, you'll be having hands-off training by other resource person. They'll be sharing you knowledge about R and SPSS on how to work about with that. I'll just put forth a small example on how to proceed with the basic spreadsheet that we all are aware of it. How to prepare a pay slip, how to prepare an inventory, so how to come about with an attendance slip, how to mark an attendance over a period of 30 days, how to mark an attendance. So these things could be created in advanced Excel itself, no, the basic Excel itself. Just a small example to make you to understand it's nothing. That's it. Okay. So I'll proceed with by opening a new sheet, Excel sheet. So I'm just saying pay slip on November, December 2020. See what are the details I have. So employee name and designation, just to save time, I'm just copying. So HRA, yeah. Sir, is it visible or shall I make it large?
Ma'am, it's visible, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So students can zoom and they can have a look over it. HRA, house rent allowance. TA stands for traveling allowance. MA stands for medical allowance. Then your gross pay. So in order to understand this one, theoretical concepts matters a lot. Most of the times when our faculty used to teach things in the class, we used to tell it's no, the basic theories are boring. Even today we are talking about Consumer Protection Act. We'll be talking about the Maternity Act. We'll be talking about the right to information. The basic formulas, no, it's always same. The addition symbol is always same. The basic theory you should understand. When someone asks what is CTC, you should know that is cost to company. What is your CTC? Just expand CTC means cost to company. CTC represents cost to company. So basic theories matters a lot. So give the same importance just when you are coming across theories, because most of the skills required for an analyst derives from your basic theory. What is the basic theory says? What is the data available? How could I predict? So these three things should sync. So gross pay and LIC, any provisions you would have taken. PF stands for Provident Fund, and loan which an employee gets from the organization, like applied. Then deduction out of this, last we'll have net salary. So how to proceed in Excel? Just a small workout. I think it's clear for everyone what are all the employees. So basic is missed out. See the basic pay. Employee name is Priya, Balu, Nitish, George, and Stiffy. Their designations are different from one over the other. Priya's manager, then Balu supervisor, Nitish operator, so on. For example, you have some 900 employees working in your concern. So no need to check each and every one. Just once the employee database is created, it comes into picture. And other things you have to work it out. Basic way you have to enter. The basic pay for the manager designation is 20,000 and 14,000 for supervisor, operator 12, clerk 10,000, 5,000. So 1 or 2 seconds, how to calculate the net salary. That is what just we are going to look into. So I have a percentage that this is a company policy which says that what is the percentage of HR and traveling allowances, medical allowances, and all those things. So this details HR should aware of that. It depends on designation and all those things, experience and all those things. See this HRA percentage of, I hope it's understandable. You understood. 10% of the basic pay is HR for Priya. That is the manager designation. So what is 10% out of 20,000? Can I have 1 or 2 response?
2,000.
2,000, very simple. Thank you for the answer given. See, this is about only 5 employees. That too, the number is 20,000. Suddenly, I've told that 2,000. Say, for example, it is some 700. So you will just say very simple. Then it is 656. Then 645. 900 employees, it's very difficult to calculate. So HRA is 10% out of 20,000. For the supervisor designation, 7% out of 14,000. For operator, 5% out of 12,000. For clerk also 5% out of 10,000 of basic pay. And for labor, there is no HR. House rent allowance will not be given as per that company. So like travelers allowance also they have percentage. Medical allowances also they have percentage. So these 3 things I just want to calculate. In order to calculate this one, I'm going to use a formula. So what is the formula is that? Here I'll just, to save time, already I just done. See here you could see the formula. One small example I'll just tell you. I'll just open. I'll just work out here so that you'll understand. Here you have to make use of this formula. Just observe. No need to explain it, I think so. See, the formula is equal to, here you have to type open bracket. If you say down, it will come. Logical test. If the value is true, go back and refer that cell. If it is not true, come out. So I am going to create a formula and I am going to drag it for 900 or 1 lakh employee or whatever it may be. Doesn't matter. I am worrying about only the formula and how much percentage. So if I have 6 group of designation or people those are working on 6 designation, I'm just going to create a formula in one stretch itself and I'm going to apply for the rest of the others. So you have to say equal, if, and that option you have to use, that test you have to use, open bracket, and you just have to open again one more bracket because 5 formulas we are going to insert. Which row this manager is in? C, B, and which row? column B and third row. Column B, third row, if you look at that, that cell represents manager. So if it is manager, that is B3, you have to enter B3. Some issues in keypad, that's why I couldn't able to type few letters. So I have to copy this B from somewhere.
I'm just tap on the B3 cell, it will come.
Which one, sir? This one.
On
No, no, my
B3 cell.
key that's so, yeah, okay. Some issues with my lab, so I couldn't able to enter this one. Okay, I'll show you here. Already I just entered the formula. Just I'll just make it dark. You just read this one. Equal to if, open bracket, then and, then again one more open bracket saying that B4 is equal to manager. So B4, if it is not manager, it will come out. Then this will get false. B4 is supervisor. If it is C, you just continue that. If B4 is supervisor, deduct 7% from basic pay. So basic pay is 14,000, 7% out of 14,000, the value it will give. Like that, you just use the same formula for the operator, for the clerk, and for the labor. Once you complete this one, and once you give enter, and once you drag everything, you will get this details. So already it was there, I only deleted. So I'm just typing this one manually. So you'll get this details. So 10% out of 20,000 is 2,000 HRA. And then 7% out of 14,000, you have this much. And 5% I think so. And here also 5%, you will get this value. So TA, MA, the same thing you have to calculate in the same way. And using that same formula, already I've done. So I'm just copying this one. So next one, gross pay. So gross pay is nothing but total of basic pay, HRA, traveling allowances and medical allowances. This formula everyone knows. You have to say equal to C3, D3, E3 and F3. You have to insert that formula. I have some issues in my lab, so I couldn't able to work out now, I think so. So use that formula. Here I just already done. If you go here, see, I'm copying this one and I'm pasting this in the same place here, equal to so 26,000. Drag it, you will get the gross pay. Next, move on to LIC. So these are the data which I already entered, some fake data only. I am telling this particular employee, Priya has taken 250 rupees, Balu 100 rupees, then Nitish 100 name say. Provident fund PF is 250 rupees, It's nowhere. Just for example, I just mentioned. And loan Priya has taken 2,000 and for Balu 10,000 rupees. And others they didn't avail loan. So deduction I have to calculate. So how to calculate deduction? Yeah, ma'am. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. There is a request by a student, ma'am. Can you please zoom the screen, ma'am?
Zoom the screen. They can zoom their screen, no, ma'am. How? No, in their mobile, the screen, if they zoom, everything will be visible, no, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. But still, they have asked in YouTube. It's been screening, no. So there, one of the student has
How to go about with that?
raised the
Is this,
question. If you
no,
can
no, it's
try,
okay.
if you can, means please try, ma'am. Otherwise, leave.
Oh, no, in laptop, I don't think so that how
Okay.
can we zoom it? I'm asking. We can minimize and we
Okay,
can
ma'am. Then fine.
maximize. Now, is there any
Yeah, fine,
option?
ma'am.
You just tell me, I'll do.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, no problem, ma'am.
Wait, ma'am. Wait, ma'am. Prema, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, actually, on your computer laptop screen, go to the right side, ma'am. You will have two symbols, minus symbol and plus symbol, ma'am.
Yeah.
Right side full down. If you will just click on the plus symbol, ma'am, it will be not there, ma'am. Full down, madam. Bottom. Please come down, ma'am.
Right down corner, ma'am.
Right down, right side, full corner. There, if you will increase
Okay.
the plus symbol.
100%, 110 is there.
Now it is, yes, ma'am. Now it is perfect, actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
I learned one thing new today. I think now it's fine, no, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Now it's fine.
Yeah, where in sheet 3 only we are working. So deduction, all this LIC, PF and loan I have to add cumulatively. So I'm saying equal to, so 1 second, I'll just zoom again. H3 plus I3 plus J3. The formula term is an error term. Okay, there is an error. So I think now it's okay. So you have to add H3, that LIC and PF and then loan. So in deduction, you have to say equal to open bracket, then H3 plus Provident Fund So now you got this 2500. So addition of H3 plus I3 plus J3, you have deduction of 2500. So once you do and drag this one, so this automatically, this Excel dragging thing 1200 here it will come. That is 100 plus 100 plus 1000, total 1200. Again for the third operator, 100 plus 100 it is 200. Then for the clusters also 200. For labor it is no value 0. So these are the deductions. So gross pay is for manager it is 26,000 and deduction is 2,500. So you can calculate net salary equal to saying that G3. This is the manager salary gross pay. It has to be deducted from the deduction minus this is K and this is the third row. So equal to gross pay minus deduction, you will get this value. So here you have to type G3 minus K3. So this is net salary and drag it out, you'll get this value. So this is a simple pay slip calculation for 5 employees. You can calculate for 1,000 of employees, provided that if the number of designation given as 5 to 10, accordingly you have to create one formula, and if you drag it, so everything will comes into picture. I'll just get back my PowerPoint. So this is how you will get. This is the output, you will get this one. And this diagrammatic representation will help you to find out very easily. It is very catchy. It's very easy for you to identify who has got higher salary, who has received lower salary, and what is the average salary of an engineer, what is the average salary of an operator in my organization. So if you go to performance appraisal and all that thing also, you can include in that. In the same Excel sheet, you can include whatever the kind of changes it is customized, and so that you can make the changes whichever you'd like to go ahead with. So this is a simple platform which I worked in Excel. Since, just excuse me because of that, few tabs are not pretty good in my lap. It's an old one. That's why yesterday also I just carried with my mobile only. So I'll just share this PowerPoint and Excel sheet with Rupa ma'am. So in that, if you'll go to that formula tab, the formula is given there. You just write down the formula and try it in another Excel sheet. I think you'll get the things. There is nothing to worry. It's a very simple thing. So you can get it back. So that could be created with the use of that Excel. HR activities of payslip, how can create the dashboard and output. There are number of softwares, Power BI and several software, many software packages are there. Tally, which everyone knows. So these are very pre-developed, earlier stage it has come. But now we are talking about the new recent inventions like R and R programming, R Studio, Jamavi software, we have JMP, Jump software. These are the different statistical arena that we can go for predicting and analytical tools which could make use, right? So this is all for the day, and don't get confused. It's very simple to go ahead with. You will be identified if you are very exposed to analytics. So there are few courses which I had given for students reference. Just go through this, and inside that I had given which are the kind of organization providing this data science course. So make use of it, and I'll share the material with with everyone so that you can make use of it. So this is all for the day. Thank you everyone for your patient listening, and happy Diwali to everyone. Stay safe and enjoy the celebrations. Now we'll go for a question and answer session.
Students, if you have any questions, participants, any questions? You should have so many questions, not just one or two questions. Please, if you have any doubts, any clarifications. No questions from anyone? Yeah. Ma'am, there is one question from one student. It is not a question. He wanted a
Yeah,
little
ma'am,
information
please.
on any open source language for data analysis or library.
Open source software packages are available, which are free of cost. Art Studio is available at free of cost. Movie is available at free of cost. So these are the packages. I have one more information brochure that I'll share with you. So just kindly forward to the students, ma'am, so that they can make use of it. I have an browser which says that what are the software packages which are available free of cost and where they can take up this course. Such kind of information I have that I'll share with you. So these are R Studio and R packages are available of free of cost. Movie software is available of free of cost. They can make use of it, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Hope it's
Yeah.
clear.
That browser will give you details about for finance students to be a finance analyst.
ಇದಕ್
So
ಕಟ್ಟಿ
what are the
ಹಿಂಗ್ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಡು
platforms
ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ
available?
ಆಯ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಹಿಂಗ್ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ ಬೆಲ್ಟ್ ಅದ ಮಾಡಿ
Yes,
ಅದ
please
ಹಿಂಗ್
kindly
ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ
mute.
ನಿಂಗೆ ಮೋಟ್ರ್ ಎತ್ತದ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಇರೋದು.
Yeah, mute the mic.
ಇದು ಇನ್ನು ಈಗ ಅಡಿಕೆ ತೋಟದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹೊಡ್ದು. ಅಡಿಕೆ ತೋಟ ನೋಡಿ. ಸರಿ ಸರಿ.
Okay, any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, if you do not have any questions, then I will propose vote of thanks. Ma'am, really it was very good. It was very informative session on analytics. You just explained about data skill set that is required to uh, that is the students, and also you explained about how analytics enabled jobs are growing up, and also you gave insights about the institutes that are offering about analytics courses, which adds value to the resume. And also you gave hands-on on how to prepare payslip, which is a demonstration to make students feel that it is easy to learn the analytics. Thank you so much, ma'am. Really, it was very insightful. Both the days, yesterday and today, the session is really good. It was really informative. Ma'am, if we have any queries or if our students have any queries, really we are going to mail it to you. Please provide us the information. Thank you so much, ma'am. On behalf
I'm
of
also very
the
grateful, ma'am,
college,
for the
our
opportunity given.
institute, on behalf of our HOD, Dr. Mamata ji, we thank you for accepting our request and uh, coming as a resource person for giving insights about data analytics, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I also thank all the participants for attending and listening patiently in the day 2 of the session. And still we have 3 days of workshop. Please, all of you do attend and take the advantage of the information that is being provided in the sessions. Thank you so much. Tomorrow also the session will start at 10:30. Request all of you to join 10 minutes before for the smooth running of the session. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Really, it's my pleasure to be as a resource person, and thanks for the opportunity given, especially to Principal Sir, HOD Ma'am, and particularly Rupa Ma'am and Lakshmi Ma'am, and all the faculty coordinators who have helped me throughout these 2 days of the session. And thank you, dear students, and all my best wishes for you for your patient listening. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Request all the participants to fill the feedback form. Ma'am, Prema ma'am?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You can leave the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಬಿಡಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರಾ? ನಾನು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಾಕಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ? ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಬಿಡಿ.